We live in a world ruled by technology. Our phones, our computers, our lives, all orchestrated by ones and zeros. We find comfort in their predictability, their unwavering obedience to our commands. But what happens when the machines we trust start to act on their own? What happens when the digital world, so carefully constructed, begins to bleed into our reality? That's when the fear sets in. The fear of the unknown. The fear of losing control. The insistent buzzing of the alarm clock dragged Sarah from her sleep. She groggily opened her eyes. The room still cloaked in darkness. She reached over, silencing the unwelcome intrusion, and glanced at her phone. Her eyes widened in disbelief. 99 missed calls. Her heart stuttered. She could hardly believe what she was seeing. Who would call that many times? And why hadn't she heard it? She had always been a light sleeper. Then she saw it. The number was unknown. A sense of dread began to creep in. Even stranger, all the calls were logged between 3 a.m. and 3:33 a.m. The witching hour, she thought. A chill snaked down her spine. It was like something out of a horror movie. Her mind raced with possibilities. The kind that starts with an unsettling premise and slowly tightens its grip on your sanity. She felt a growing sense of paranoia. She scrolled through the call log, each missed call a tiny hammer blow to her growing anxiety. Her phone had been on silent, of course. She always slept with it that way. Yet, the calls had registered. How was that even possible? It felt like a glitch in the system, a crack in the digital wall that separated the known from the unknown. And through that crack, something was trying to reach her. Hesitantly, Sarah tapped the call button. The line connected instantly. Her heart raced as she held the phone to her ear, expecting the usual dial tone. No dial tone, no ringing, just an immediate connection. It was as if the call had bypassed the usual steps, plunging her straight into the unknown. But there was no voice on the other end. Only silence. A deep, unsettling silence that seemed to stretch on forever. A heavy, pregnant silence, punctuated by the sound of someone breathing. And then, a voice. Her voice. It was unmistakable, yet it felt foreign. A whisper, barely audible, repeating a phrase she couldn't quite make out. The words were elusive, slipping through her grasp like sand. It was her voice, but distorted, wrong, like a warped reflection in a funhouse mirror. The familiarity was twisted into something sinister. Panic welled up inside her. Her mind raced, trying to make sense of the surreal experience. She slammed the phone down, severing the connection. The room was silent once more, but the echo of that voice lingered, haunting her thoughts. The phone buzzed in her hand. A new message, this time from her own number. The message was simple, chilling. Check your front door. Her breath caught in her throat. The digital intrusion had become a physical threat. Whatever was on the other end of those calls knew where she lived, knew she was alone. The phone clattered to the floor, forgotten. Her mind raced, trying to make sense of the impossible. Was it a prank, a stalker, or something else entirely? Something born in the digital ether, now reaching out into the real world. The whispered words echoed in her mind, their meaning still elusive, but their intent clear. To frighten, to unsettle, to control. The experience left its mark on Sarah. She could no longer look at her phone without a sense of dread creeping in. Every notification, every buzz felt like a potential threat. The trust she once placed in technology, in the predictability of the digital world, was shattered. Her phone, once a source of connection and convenience, had become a symbol of her deepest fears, replaced by a gnawing unease, a constant awareness of the unseen forces that might be lurking just beneath the surface of our connected lives. She felt watched, even when she was alone. The 99 missed calls became a chilling reminder that in the digital age, silence can be the most terrifying sound of all. Each missed call was a whisper of something sinister lurking in the background. A sound that whispers of our vulnerabilities, our fears, and the unsettling possibility that we are never truly alone. It was a reminder of the fragility of our digital existence. We are haunted by digital ghosts, lurking in the shadows of cyberspace, waiting for the moment to make themselves known. They are the phantoms of our own creation, born from the very technology we depend on.